combining with real-world transactions. A company called Solum Global has now released a state-of-the-art blockchain protocol that exchanges real gold for digital assets all across the world. For more on the company's latest move and what it might mean for you, with all of these questions about the strength of the American dollar, let's welcome in CEO of Solum Global, Kirk St. John's. Kirk, welcome.
Good morning, Ned. It's a pleasure to be here.
I want to hear about your company, but I know what our viewers are most interested in is sort of the big picture first, which is the fact that we all know that we've got stubbornly high inflation right now. That's concerning a lot of people. It's taking a bite out of their paychecks and their retirement accounts and all the rest of it. And you've got these high interest rates, and the credit cards in some cases something like 22%. Your mortgage is higher. People are getting hammered. And then you look at the big picture, and the government put out a report yesterday saying that in just a few years, we're going to be $50 trillion in debt. And you look at that and say, is the dollar really worth a dollar? And most people don't think it is. So they're looking at gold, they're looking at crypto. What's the big picture before we get into your company?
Well, talking about the big picture is, crypto as call it a vehicle, call it a currency, a channel, is really taken off. The last 10, 12 years, most people have heard of Bitcoin. Other people are starting to hear about different other alternative coins like Ethereum or Tether. So generally speaking, you can look at any of the headlines. The guys from BlackRock are talking about crypto being the new gold. And what it does is it gives people another place that they can put their resources, they can put their currency, if you want to call it that, in a place where it's hedged against the dollar in the sense that it is different than the dollar. But within that universe, there's a type of cryptocurrency called a stable coin, which is pegged to the dollar. So what I think is important is that people have a choice, right? They've got standard fiat currency, whether that's the dollar or the euro or, go around the globe and pick the fiat currency. But they also have the choice to get into cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin or stable coins, something like that. And then what we've brought to the table is the ability to turn that directly into gold. So that's bringing together all three of those worlds and the real world asset, in this case, being gold. And we think that from a big picture standpoint, people need to have an application that allows that movement from one type of currency to another. And that's what got us to the point where we did Solum.
So you call it the Solum Solution. I've got a lot of viewers, including myself, that are trying to understand, how do I get involved in this? How does this exactly work? How do I trust it? So I know if I've got a dollar in my pocket, it might not be worth as much as it was a few years ago, but I got that dollar. How does the Solum Solution work? Walk me through it.
So the solution really, it's going to function on your phone and it'll look like any other app, right? The beauty of our technology is it launches off your desktop or it launches off your phone. It looks like any other app. You can move that dollar into the app, and then within the app, you can store the dollar, or you can move it directly into a cryptocurrency by just clicking the drop-down arrow and picking buy. So now your dollar is a crypto. And then if you want to move from that crypto into gold, you click the gold redemption button and you translate the crypto into gold. You get an email from one of our international partners and they basically say, hey, do you want to come pick it up? Do you want us to mail it to you? Do you want us to store it for you in a safety deposit box type environment, a bullion house? And the activity of moving your money from the dollar into the digital currency, and then having the option to go into the real world currency, in our case gold, is really as simple as clicking a few buttons on your phone.
Interesting. Now, as we look at the 2024 campaign, I see former President Donald Trump embracing crypto and saying, I'm not going to regulate it, strangulate it to death, and in fact has become the first presidential candidate to say you can use crypto, and I wonder how your app would interface with that, if you wanted to donate to his campaign. And he seems to be capitalizing with younger voters in particular. He says, I don't want a national digital currency. He's been clear about that, but I want these other options. Young people are embracing that, whereas Joe Biden is talking about a lot of regulation of crypto, which may have backfired. What's your view?
Yeah, no, I think crypto's here to stay. I think crypto's going to grow. I think Donald Trump is smart enough to see that. So he's embracing something. A lot of people say you can't stop what's coming. And I agree with that, right? So cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And in fact, if you had a Solum wallet and you had crypto in it, and you wanted to send that to Donald Trump's campaign or any other candidate that was accepting crypto, you just simply get their what's called their wallet address that can come in the form of digits, or it could be an email address. You log in, you put in the Trump campaign address, you put in the amount you want to send them, and you hit go. And it's just like, sending a wire, except it's a lot faster, it's safer, and it's cheaper.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you my wallet address off the air so you can hook me up. But in all seriousness, I got just a few seconds. Where do people go to find out more, sir?
Yeah, we'd love for everybody to come to solum.global, learn a little bit about the company, and we'd be happy to interact with anybody that fills out the contact form or contacts us by phone.
Kirk St. John, we appreciate you joining us on the briefing. I hope to see you soon, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, Boeing CEO got grilled about recent safety